Yes, I'm excited. Yay, let's get it. Let's get into it. Today's conversation is called I'm doing my best, but I'm tired. I wanted to start Motherhood is Messy Mondays with this particular topic because I think a lot of mothers are walking around saying I'm fine when they're really not okay. And that's okay to not be fine. It's not all rainbows and fairy tales. It's not. Motherhood is messy. It really is. There are mothers that say I'm fine while silently wondering whether everything that they're doing is actually enough. There are days when I'm working, parenting, managing my home, handling everybody's needs, wants, desires, complaints, trying to build something for myself, and still ending the day feeling like maybe I should have done more. And that feeling by itself can be overly exhausting. Like, what more can I do? Or what more should I have done? On top of everything I've already completed or tried to complete. Or halfway started and didn't finish, but came back to and still didn't finish. You get what I'm saying? Like, motherhood isn't a schedule. It is a all over the place type thing. And I'm a mom of 3 boys. And they're in different stages of their lives. And I have to equip my mind to be in each stage of their life. Like, I have a teenager. Then I have an upcoming teenager. So he's still in that preteen stage. And then I got a pre-K baby. Oh yeah, that it's like a 12-year age gap between my oldest and my youngest. A 9-year gap between the middle and the youngest. So like everybody is almost out the door, and then I got this little one. So like motherhood is, you can only imagine what motherhood is like, and it's a lot of women that have started over. Oh, that's a whole nother conversation about starting over. I'm sorry, y'all, my face is greasy. About starting over when you're almost done. Oh, that is an overwhelming process in itself that nobody wants to talk about, but we will be talking about on this channel. Stay tuned because we're going to talk about what it is to start over when you're almost done. And I just so happen to have my baby during COVID or during the pandemic. And that psychologically was just because you had to have that baby by yourself. You couldn't have too many people in the room. You had to wear a mask. You had to go to appointments and be isolated, and it was bananas. That's a whole nother conversation, but let's stay on topic here. Okay, let's stay on topic here. So today I want to have an honest conversation about doing our best and what it actually looked like, especially when our best does not look organized, productive, pretty, or perfect. When our best sometimes is just getting out of the bed. When sometimes our best is just standing in the shower and just letting the water run over us. Some of us are so drained that, sometimes just rolling out of the bed. I mean, literally just rolling out of the bed, going to the shower is all you're going to get out of me today. That's just what it is. Sometimes just doing the smallest can be a huge feat for somebody, especially somebody that's going through postpartum, someone that's going through anxiety or depression or having to feel like they're carrying the load of motherhood all by themselves. And baby, trust me, I don't like to say single moms because that's the tag that so many people put on us. Nobody wants to be a single mom because that precious cargo was created in love, by 2 people, not one. But that's another conversation we'll have another day too. Okay, so how are you all feeling today? We're gonna dive right into the complicated journey of motherhood. So on this Motherhood is Messy Monday, how are you really feeling today? Not the polite answer, oh, I'm fine. No, the honest answer. Like, how are you feeling today? For me, I'm tired. And you know why I'm tired? Because the last 2 days, which was Saturday and Sunday, I spent in the malls trying to buy school clothes, trying to buy school shoes, trying to buy school supplies, trying to find every different color, size, uh, hoodie, sweatpant. I'm tired. I'm still tired. Like, y'all see these? I'm still tired. I used to love going school shopping, but you know why I used to love going school shopping? Because my mama was shopping for me. So now I kind of understand what she's going through or what she went through when it came to the three of us, me, my brother, and my little sister, when it came time to school shop. Luckily, back then we had uniforms. I so wish they had uniforms right now because everybody would be on one accord. You feel me? Everybody will be on one accord. Everybody will have the same pants, shoes, socks, ties. Everybody will be on one accord, from the oldest to the youngest. Absolutely, we will be on one accord. Um, but now you have different styles, different sizes. I mean, my boys are growing up to the point where my oldest is in men's sizes. And then my middle one, he's growing up tall, but he got the waist of a 4 to 5 T child. Like, his waist is so small, but his legs are so long. So it's like, how do you fit clothes for a child that's lanky like that? Lanky, y'all. Like, he's about to be a teenager in a few weeks, and he's in a 7'8" or 8'10" in the waist, but he's like a 12, like a 10, 12 in the legs, in the pant leg. Like, what? Huh? Do you not know difficulty finding clothes for this child? That right there. Ugh. Mess in itself. But I know I'm taking up too much of y'all time, but we're just gonna continue to talk. Let's just this is my life. And I want to share it with y'all because sometimes we need outlets, and some people can't afford counseling. Some people can't afford the therapist. There's, you don't want to come across as if is you don't want to come across like you're complaining, because some people are like, oh, you knew what you were signing up for when you became da 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 da, and you're not complaining. You just need to sometimes get your feelings out. Sometimes you just need to get that. You just need a listening ear, because who's going to say the hard part out loud? Baby, I'll tell you right now, I'll be the first one to say the hard part out loud, because this is not an easy feat, okay? Not an easy feat at all. So whether you watching this live with me or catching the replay, you are part of this conversation, and you will be a part of this conversation every single Monday at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We will be here every Monday talking about motherhood and motherhood is messy Mondays, okay? Point blank in the period. So reach somebody, teach someone, let somebody know, hey, y'all, check this out. Because it's not all roses and daffodils and tulips and calla lilies over here, because it's not. It's not. How do you cope with a woman who got a house full of testosterone? That's a feat in itself. To have all this testosterone around here, and boys, they say, are easier. Not when they're when they hit that teenage and they trying to find themselves, and they start smelling themselves. It's not easy. It's not easy. So this is not a place where we pretend to have motherhood figured out, because I'm still learning. There is no playbook on this. So we learning together. We can vent and grow this community together, okay? Understand that, hey, this is where we talk about it, the real version of what motherhoods look like, because it's not pretty. It's ugly. Now you have your joyful moments. You had your proud moments, but for the most part, when you down in the dungeon by yourself and you gotta raise little ones to be productive human beings in this society right now, it's hard. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. So what does doing my best really mean? I can explain to you what it really means. Okay, so when I say, hey, what does doing my best look like? Well, I work full time and I'm in healthcare. I am raising 3 healthy boys. I I manage a household on one income. And sometimes stretching the almighty dollar is it's scary. But I make it work, you know. With God on my side, he's never failed me. I've I've seen him work miracles in my household, in my life, in my children's life, where we did not go without. We never lacked anything. We never desired something and we couldn't get it. Now we may have waited. You know, we had to sit on some patience here, but you know, managing a household when you when you feel like you should have a village and you really don't. I'm trying to build generational wealth. I'm trying to create this channel, not necessarily for the monetization, but for the community, because I need somebody to talk to. Like I have my friends, but I mean, sometimes my friends don't understand the feelings that go on in here, the mental overload that I'm experiencing. That you know, for a mom, another mom might be experiencing herself. Like, hey, I'm there with you. Like I just had a situation with my son and his whole vaping thing, and just to see so many mothers reach out and hey, I've been where you are, I understand what you're going through, this is what I did, maybe you can, you know. So we are here to help each other. That's what motherhood is mostly about, helping each other, building the community of 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 mothers. I went blank there, sorry for uh handling emotional pressures. When okay, so with that, I when I say I'm trying to handle the emotions that come from a 16-year-old, the emotions that come from a 12-year-old, and emotions that come from a 4-year-old, they're all experiencing different emotions. And mommy got to tap into the teenage. I got to tap into 3 different versions of myself to accommodate their feelings, to meet them where they are. That's hard. How do you meet your children where they are sometimes? Because you'll be in mommy mode. Because this is my thing. I'll tell my sons, I say, hey, when they start acting up, hey, you can either have mommy or you can meet Eva. Because Eva is totally different than mommy. Okay? So we got to decide what we going to do today. Because mommy is a little bit more gentler. Eva is that military staff sergeant that you're going to get. And you don't want that. And yes, I did 10 years in the military and I got out, and yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. And how does one try? Okay, so me doing my best means sometimes that I'm trying to maintain my own identity without getting lost in the sauce. How do I maintain my identity that is Eva without being mommy? If we were to get paid by how many times our children call us mommy, ma, hey, mommy, mother, we'd be really rich right now. I can't tell you how many times my 4-year-old will wear mommy out. Have y'all seen that episode of the Family Guy where Stewie's standing in front of his mom, Lois, and she in the bed, and he keeps saying, mommy, 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 mama, ma. Like he kept telling her, he kept calling her, and she was like, what? It's like that. You just tap out. Sometimes you just Zone out, baby. You just tune your children out. I know I can't be the only one that have thought that. I will tune you out in a heartbeat. Mm-hmm. When I feel like I'm reaching that breaking point where I'm feeling overstimulated and overwhelmed right then and there, I will tune completely out. Sure will. Sure will. When I say I'm doing my best, I do not mean I'm doing everything perfectly. I'm not, cuz I get it wrong too. I just mean I'm continuing to show up, because there are some that will walk away and never look back. Yep. And I think that's where a lot of mothers get stuck. We confuse doing our best with successfully doing everything. There are some things that's not gonna get done. Try cleaning the whole house by yourself. Some things. Listen, right now I got a kitchen full of dishes. Did I put them dishes in there? Absolutely not. But as a mom, I just said, and now I'm not dirty. Now don't get it twisted. Mommy not dirty. But I just sat there and I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, so how many times y'all gonna keep pulling dishes out of the cabinets, eating your cereal? That's why I'm ready for these kids to go back to school. Eating your cereal, making your ramen noodles, and not leaving, and just stacking up, stacking up. I mean, I got a kitchen full of dishes right now, and that's the thing. We have a dishwasher. Now I'm old school. I get in there, scrub a dub. You feel what I'm saying? I use my scrub daddy. You know what? Don't sleep on them scrub daddies. I promise you. I promise you don't. Okay, stay focused. But yeah, I'm old school. I come from the old school where my mama made us get in there and get the rag and the soap water, and it better be good. Get you a little cap full of bleach or a little vinegar or something to get in there and scrub a dub them dishes. These kids got a dishwasher and don't even use it. But yet, I got a sink full of dishes right now that require my undivided attention, but they won't get done right this second. Because I got to talk to y'all. I got to get this off my chest. I'm excited to talk to y'all about how motherhood is really janky sometimes. Now, I tapped out for just a second. I'm trying to be, how can I, sometimes I get a little tongue-tied a little bit. So sometimes I ask myself, when did I start feeling like my best wasn't enough? I mean, sometimes I feel like my best isn't enough when I feel like I've done everything and I've scratched everything off the list, and then here comes another list that just magically disappears out of nowhere of all the things that I have to do. Like, who's going to tend to my needs? Who's going to tend to my desires? Who's going to tend to pouring into me? Because, and I will say this, last week was kind of rough there, because I was like, God, where is this money going to come from? That I got to get my kids' school stuff together. I got to get groceries. I got to pay my truck note. I got to pay my insurance. I got to pay the light bill. I got to pay the water bill. Rent coming up again. I don't want to short sight my kids, but then again, it's like, I don't want to be put out of my house either. So like, you don't want to disappoint your kids, but then you don't want them to wear the same clothes that they don't outgrew in a year. And then, I'm trying to delve into this whole media, social media content, because why not? And I'm so hot. Sometimes I'm so hot and cold. Like, I'm a Virgo, so I tend to overanalyze. I tend to overthink things. I tend to be like, okay, if I don't do the content, what's stopping me from doing the content? Fear. fear will creep in. Like, I don't know why, but it does. And I get so scared on coming to eat. But you know, it's like, okay, either you're going to do it or you're not. Because if you don't use the gifts that you are given, somebody else is going to get those same gifts, and they're going to do astronomical numbers with them. So like me coming to YouTube to talk about what it is I have going on as far as motherhood, it's just, if I don't do it, somebody else will. So let's get to it. You know, my encouragement to, hey, if you want to do it, do it. If it doesn't go anywhere, keep trying. Because we're going to do an episode every week. And in between, we're going to do shorts. And in between there, we're going to do quotes. And in between there, we're going to still be mothering. And sometimes I look at what other mothers are doing, and they make it look so easy. Yet I'm over here like, I don't have it. Do I have that? Do I have that power to reach people? But I can only be my true, authentic self, and that's what you all are gonna get. The only thing that's not authentic is this lipstick on my lips, because I thought it was so cute in the touch up. Now I would rock a red lipstick because I got the whole lip bar collection. Don't get it twisted. But I was like, ooh, because I already got red on right now. I got red on right now, but you couldn't tell. This was a touch up. YouTube did that. Okay. Let me stay focused because I don't want to lose y'all in the moment. Do you ever think to yourself, I should be further along? All the time. All the time. Because like I said, I'll get so hot and cold. I'll have a bright idea. I'll do everything. I'll do everything in my power to get that idea off and running. And then you got to put in the work, and then I get cold. And then I turn it off, and then it'll sit, and then then I'll try to pick it back up, and then I don't have that desire to do it anymore. Because to me, it's not enough hours in the day. Seem like it's not enough hours in the day to get everything that you want done. I should be a millionaire by now. That is what I keep telling myself. You should be a millionaire by now. You got all these ideas. You sat on them. People have already did it now. And you done set up here and you done let fear creep in and got you all disappointed. Then you had all these babies, and then you struggling to take care of these babies. It's just, I be beating myself up sometimes. And that's crazy. Hey, I know I'm not the only one that feels like I should be so much further in life. I know. But I got a question for you. Who decided what a good mom looks like? Because show me a good mom and what a good mom looks like, and I'll show you one that's trying her best. I'm trying my best. The truth is, sometimes the mess around us or where you think we should be in our lives, we use that against ourselves, because that becomes a stopping point for us. We stop and we don't feel like, and here it goes. Somebody's knocking at my door. Here's the opportunity. Stand by. Yes.
Do you have a drawing because I'm watching all of them now.
So what at point in your life, when I stated over the weekend that y'all needed to wash towels, that you didn't hear me say?
I mean, we had enough for everybody to shower with. Like now that everybody's going, my towel started to stink, so like I was like.
And this is what it's like growing up with boys. Run me that fade. Run the fade. Run the fade. Thank you. You can look behind you. Look behind. So all the white towels that I bought, the brown towels I bought, those, but did they get
washed right now?
Oh, okay. Did you use the Lysol sanitizer with those?
Some of them in the dryer right now.
They're not dry?
Like I just
Xavier's. Why you doing all of that? This is what I'm talking about. Y'all expect for me to pull out of my magic hat of tricks a brand new drying off towel set with a wash rag and another hand cloth and a drying off towel and a step. No, it don't work like that. You, I'm liable to say you better dry off with some paper towels. That's Xavier's.
And you know he don't even know how to wipe him clean his food.
But I take care of Xavier. See? Told you. I mean, you can always drip dry. Or you can. That's a hand, like when you wash your hands and you dry off. You dry your hand. That's a drying off. That's not a drying off towel, but that's a wash. You know, when you dry your hands off, it's a decorative towel. Okay. And I said I'm going live. And that's what goes on when you tell them that they should get something done and they refuse to get it done, and then you're supposed to experience you're supposed to do an abracadabra. Now mind you, with boys you're gonna have to stay replenishing towels. For my mothers that know, they know I spend a lot of money buying drying off towels, washcloths, wash rag, like hand. If you know, you know. Yes, ladies, father, parents, yes, you know. If your children are of the male species, you know. Okay. Y'all know. Y'all know. Like he just completely just threw me off a bit. You know, now back to my question. Who decided what a good mom looks like? Where do you think the pressure to do everything comes from? I mean, you have uh, social media, family expectation, childhood experiences. There are things in my childhood that I swear I would not do with my own children, or that I experienced that I would not do with my own kids. Like, I was sheltered as a child. Like, I couldn't go over friends' house. I had friends, but I couldn't go over their houses. I couldn't go to the mall. I couldn't get my ears pierced until I was 17. Like, it's so much that I had to experience as a child that just, when I turned 18, I booked wild. I booked the system. I flipped tables. Now with my children, my sons, I give them a little leeway. I give them a little grace so that they can understand that, hey, mommy's here, but you will not take advantage. So I give them that. I have that open door policy with them, but then they can talk to me about anything and everything that they feel comfortable expressing to me without being disrespectful. The belief that mothers should sacrifice constantly, that doesn't make you a good mom. That makes you burnt out. Because if you're constantly sacrificing everything, at what point do you take back? Or at what moment do you start realizing, okay, it's like double dutch. You gotta jump back in and grab your life back by the horns, and sacrificing will leave you dry, burnt out, poured out, struggling mentally, physically, financially. Fear of being judged is why moms think, oh, what a good mom, should be like, to keep from being judged. Now, you don't want to spoil your children, but I say this: don't judge me, judge your mama, because nobody can tell you how to raise your kids, because there's no game book, no play by play on how to do this thing. I mean, the pressures that's being placed on us as women when we bring life into this world is crazy. It's diabolical. And then sometimes we place expectations on ourselves, and sometimes we don't meet them expectations, and then to beat up on ourselves when we don't meet those expectations. Don't beat yourself up, mom. One thing at a time, you know. Do I think mothers are allowed to be tired without being made to feel ungrateful? Absolutely. Absolutely. You are allowed to feel tired. That doesn't make you ungrateful. How the two don't even go together. There are some some single mothers in marriages that ask for a little help and can't get it. Just imagine being a mom of 3, and if you ask, you scared to ask grandparents. You're scared to ask if you could just take a break, because they feel like ain't no breaks. You shouldn't be taking no breaks. Don't that, you know. I will say this. I love my children. I love my children with all of my heart. I gave them life. I carried them. I heard their first cries. I heard it all. But I still feel overwhelmed. I am grateful for my life. But I can still admit there's some parts of my life that are hard. You can be grateful, but things are still hard. That can be true. That doesn't make you ungrateful. You know what I'm saying? So I wish people wouldn't say, or I don't want you ladies to feel like being tired makes you ungrateful. Being tired means you're tired and you need a break and you just need to decompress. And you overstimulated. That's what that means. That's exactly what it means sometimes. Especially in my world, I'm just overstimulated. I get overstimulated from just hearing mommy all the damn time. Mommy. I'd be like, I had to like literally go out of myself and be like, what do you want? Why are you calling my name? Like, what is it? Like, that just triggers me so bad. And I hope God doesn't see me as complaining, because I'm not. But hearing the word mommy all the time, when sometimes you ain't got to call mommy, can be a lot. Like, what you calling me for? What is it that you want? How can I help you? If I've already helped you, there should be no reason why you keep calling my name. Because what? Whew, Jesus. Jesus. So I have a question. Have you ever felt guilty for admitting that motherhood is difficult? Type yes in the comment if you ever felt that. Have you ever felt that because you admitted that this is a hard journey, that motherhood is somewhat difficult, that you feel guilty about that? For me, have I felt guilty for admitting motherhood is difficult? No, because it is. Because it is. Even if you was a stay-at-home mom and the man, your husband went, or the man of the house went to work, you at home all day with kids, you're gonna get burnt out. And he come home, you be like, babe, I need a break, and he says no. Oh, spaz out. You have my permission to spaz out, sir. Totally two different things. Especially if you got babies under the age, if you got stair steps and you a SHAM. No, SAHM. Oh yeah, you need that help. You need that decompression. So like, yeah, I think some mothers stay silent though because they are afraid that honesty will be mistaken for a lack of love. Ladies. No, Don't ever think that. Don't ever think that, because a mother's love is, it supersedes all that. A mother's love supersedes all the tired days, the sick days, the non-PTO days that you don't ran out of because your child done got sick at school. It supersedes all of the the heartache, all of the sleepless nights, it supersedes all of that. So don't ever think that, being honest about your feelings towards this journey in your life called motherhood it comes from a place of lack of love. No, you love your kids. We love our children. Okay, I love my boys, but sometimes they get to be too much. It get to be a lot, especially as these jokers reach adulthood, and then they sense of entitlement start to kick in, and you be like, and you look, I will do an eye roll in a heartbeat, and you better read the eye roll. The eye roll puts down so much. You better pick it up and interpret quickly. Okay? But, listen, telling the truth about motherhood does not mean we love our children any less. Sometimes we just need an outlet to tell y'all that it's hard. We just need an outlet to tell y'all that, hey, we ain't complaining. It's just hard. I'm tired. I want my feet rubbed. I want my back rubbed. I need a massage, a spa day, or something. A hotel stay at a nice hotel for 1 or 2 nights. Just, that's all we saying we want. We need some help. Help. We need an extra set of hands. 6 hands is better than 2. I'm just saying. Like, okay, I mean, because sometimes the mental load can be a lot. Because the mental load looks like responsibilities that people don't see us carrying. So let's just say the responsibilities that I carry that you may not notice, or to the average person that don't, remembering appointments. I got eye appointments, doctor's appointments, update vaccines appointments, physical therapy. I got braces appointments. That listen, I gotta figure out a way to spice up, get this content up and moving, because both set of my oldest and my middle one needs braces. That's $3,500. When did braces become so expensive? Or did I just not? I didn't have that problem because I didn't have braces growing up, so I just did not know. And the insurance that's supposed to help don't cover. They cover about a small portion, and I'm still gotta come out the pocket about $3,500 for each child. Planning meals. I'm sitting here struggling right now, figure out what I'm gonna cook for dinner tonight. Cause chicken don't love me like it used to. It don't. Y'all used to love me some chicken, but you couldn't tell me fried, baked, sauteed, grilled. I can't do it right now. Chicken don't like me no more. So now I gotta sit here and figure out what I'm gonna cook for dinner tonight. I gotta do inventory on household supplies because I done ran out of detergent, dish detergent, dishwashing pods. I gotta go to the grocery store. I'm not even looking forward to that because going to the grocery store is a bill. It's not a luxury like it used to be. It's a bill now. And because food is so, with everything that's going on right now, we're at a scarcity on food because we don't know what to eat. That's psychological warfare. We'll talk about it another time. Monitoring school information. These are all the things that the mental load is carrying. We got open house all this week. Tomorrow middle school, Wednesday high school, Friday pre-K. School supplies for each one. Updating school records. I mean, keeping up with forms and deadlines. I mean, that's what the mental load looks like. Okay, which load of clothes I gotta wash? Managing finances. When you're a one income family and it's all on you to carry that entire household, and you got to make that paycheck to paycheck stretch between the 2 weeks. That is hard work. And some days I wish I could be a child again, just for the sake of not having to worry about how this bill gonna get paid, or how, but the truck note get paid, or how the insurance get paid, or how much down payment I gotta put down towards the braces, or the down payment for this, I mean, it's just a lot. What, can I just pay the minimum amount on my credit card? Like, it's so much. I mean, especially, listen, ladies, if y'all got a husband and he helping you and all this other stuff, don't take it for granted. What else does mental load look like? Remember what each child needs. So for me, my little one, with him, he has the energy of he has this energy, and I've noticed that he has a list, right? So, but I also noticed that he overstimulates. Like, he gets overly excited. Stimulate is not a word. We're not even gonna use that with him. He gets overly excited. So, like, the thoughts in his brain is going like this, that he wants to tell you, but then it comes out of his mouth like this. If you know your child. Like, in his mind, is calculating like this. He's so excited. He's trying to get it out, but it comes out like that. So mommy has to step in. So because I noticed it, he gets frustrated when he can't get it out. So I have to get down to his level, and I say, slow down. Not here, but slow down here. Like, so I tap his temper, slow down, and tell mommy what you're trying to say. And then he slows down and he gets it out. I never had that with my other 2 kids, but because we are such nurturers and we catch things, that's on my mental load. Like, okay, my baby's going to be, and he stutters a bit. He's a little stutterer. So it's like, okay, how can I get in front of this to kind of combat? Because that's something I caught with everything else. Now, my other 2, we was Gucci. We were fine. And this one, he got a lisp and he stutters a bit. And his thoughts are, but his mouth is like. So then it's like, okay, how do I help with that? So we're working with that. So that's just another thing that's on the mental load, See how I'm sitting down? But my mind is still going. So even when you are physically sitting down, the mind is not resting. It's still going 3,000 miles a minute. Okay? I mean, ask yourself, even when you are physically sitting down, are you allowing your mind to rest too, or is your mind still going 50 miles per second? Not minute, second. I'll be sitting in this chair or on my bed, but my mind will be running about tomorrow. How can I do better with time management? How many assignments I can get done in a day? I want to go back to school. I want to finish school. I want to think about dinner. I'm thinking about dinner. I'm thinking about bills. I'm thinking about the kids. I'm thinking about work. I'm thinking about content. Everything I forgot to do today, I'm going to sit in my bed and try to think about it tomorrow, when I should be on my magnesium gummy chilling out. But that's not the case. See how messy mommyhood can be, because you trying to create a life for your loved ones, for your babies, so they don't have to do the struggle work. So they don't have to struggle like you. Because I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm struggling. The struggle is real over here. It is not fairy dust and rainbows and unicorns and whatever. It's not. No, it's not. Oh, but how I wish it was. Mental load, mental labor is still work. It's still labor. And sometimes we just can't turn it off. You just really can't. And sometimes it becomes the weight of the world. It becomes the weight on your shoulders. And you just sit there and you be like, and sometimes you just tap out. And sometimes you just wander off. Because I do that sometimes. I'll be asked, I'll be called upon, and my mind just be going somewhere else. So let me ask you all a question. What happens when you need help? Is it easy or is it difficult for you to ask for help? Do you feel people should help you without you asking? Do you feel people should notice without being asked if you need help? Like, do you think because you ask for help it comes with criticism or conditions? If I help you, you got to do this. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Now, me being the Virgo that I am, I will not ask for help. It is at my, I hate to say this, sometimes when I'm at my lowest point is when I feel like I still can't ask for help because I'm going to do everything in my power. And some could say it's pride, some could say it's, but me being the woman that I am, that I've seen my mom do, I seen my mom get it out the mud. So it's like I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that before I ask for help, I've done everything that within this realm, this scope to do what needs to be done or to get it out the mud before I go asking for help. Because sometimes when you do ask for help and you genuinely need it, people use that to throw that back in your face. And that I don't do. That type I don't like. If you're gonna sit there and be an Indian giver, not even necessarily of money or anything, or just of your time, and you use that to throw it in my face or use it to, I don't like that. I would rather be like, I'd rather pick up 2 to 3 jobs before I ask somebody for help. And that's just who I've always been. Not for lack of thinking I'm gonna disappoint somebody that, if I ask for help. No, I don't care if you think if you feel like, oh, I disappointed you. Well, okay. But for me, it's so much easier to say, I'll just do it myself than become in need from someone else. I'll figure out a way to do it myself, or I'll be quick to say, I got it. It be times my mom be like, well, why you just didn't ask me? Because I'll tell her I have to figure out a way to do it myself. And then if I see myself going down that same road, I'll quickly avert and try to avoid that situation altogether again. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's so much easier for me to just say, oh, I'll just do it myself or find a way to do it, than become resentful because I have to do it, everything myself. But then again, sometimes I be like, damn, I should have just asked for help. But it's just that thing, you don't want somebody throwing stuff in your face what they do for you. Like, if you was gonna do that, then you could have kept your little funky head. Cause nobody, who got time for that? Anybody got time for that? If you're gonna help somebody, do it from a genuine place. If you're gonna be like, hey, I'll come and watch the kids for you for a few hours. Just go get your nails done. Go get your toes did. Go get a massage. Go get some pho. You know what I'm saying? Go get some Korean barbecue. Go, God. Just go. You know what I'm saying? Without having that thrown back in your face, like that part. We're gonna do that. What we're not going to tolerate is somebody doing something for somebody and then, they're going to be an Indian giver about it. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's already never going on. Don't do that. Be kind. Especially if you are a default parent. Now, what does default parenting look like? Well, in the child support world, it looks like the non-custodial and the custodial parent. Me, I am the default parent. I'm also the custodial parent. I am the 26th out of the 30 days of the month parent. Yeah, you have your 430 parents. You get these kids 4 days out of the month. Yes, those exist. Okay. So if you're the default parent, motherhood is messy. Right here for you, cause I'm a default parent too, and sometimes I be like, okay. So did you pick that up? Okay, cool. Okay. Mhm. 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 Now, as we enter this new week, make sure you give your best. And then you may say, well, what does my best look like? Let me tell you what. One thing you did that you gave your best, you got up this morning. What does your best look like? You trying after you've had a difficult day. What does your best look like? You created content. Yes. What does your best look like? Them children got fed. Them children had hot water when they took showers, a splish splash, taking a bath. Yes, you did your best. Yes, you made sure that bill was paid. What does your best look like? You handled a difficult parenting moment. What does your best look like? You apologize after becoming frustrated. I did that yesterday. I had a moment with my middle son in the mall because he got a little snip at the lip. And I said, I will embarrass you in this store. You better watch your mouth, because your lips is about to get you in a world of hurt. And I said it at a tone that he understood that I was not in the mood. Because I didn't like, I was like, I'm tired, just came from church. I did not want to be at the mall. I did not want you to be in my face. I did not want to be trying to do these returns. And you want to get snippy at the mouth, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yes, my frustration came out on him yesterday because he was giving that energy and I gave it back. But I was mommy enough to be like, baby, mommy, sorry. Mommy, apologize. I didn't mean to come at you like that. I didn't mean to be frustrated with you. And when I tell you that baby gave me the tightest hug, I said, give mommy a hug. Mommy, sorry. And when I say he laid into my, like, sometimes, when's the last time your babies, especially these teenagers, when the last time these teenagers hugged you? Yeah. And that baby, he leaned into my chest and just gave me the biggest hug, and I could feel it. Like, sometimes you giving your baby a hug takes the weight off of them, whatever they're carrying. You never understand the weight of when you hug your child and you feel that weight come off of them for some reason. And you be like, well, what is it that you carrying that you just got? I could feel that, and only a mother knows. I'm just saying. Mommy's got them superpowers. Y'all better step into your superpowers, okay? All right, we're gonna wrap this live up. It's been so cool coming on here and just talking to y'all. Just talking to y'all. I want everyone watching to name something this week or that you're gonna do this week that deserve acknowledgement, or that you did last week that deserves some kudos, because we're gonna give out kudos to those mamas out here doing the dang on thing when it's time for these kids to go back to school. Kudos, because baby, listen, okay, don't minimize it. Put it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Put it in them comments. As we wrap up, I need y'all to understand that every Monday this is what I want y'all to understand. If another mother told you, I'm feeling like I'm failing, what would you say to her? Me, I would tell her that feeling overwhelmed does not mean you're failing. It just may mean that you've been carrying way too much without enough support rest, recognition, being recognized, or room to just be human. So, show compassion to that mother that may be at her wit's end. Show empathy to that mom who's going through postpartum depression, who's going through body dysmorphia after having a baby, who's going through detachment from a child she just had because she don't feel mentally there to be that or step into that mother role, or to that mom that's just doing it all at the same time with no rest in sight. Pause and reflect a bit. Make sure you show compassion to yourself. Because even though I'm tired, I still got to say, you doing a good job. These kids ain't went hungry. These kids, they're not homeless. These kids have love, unconditional love. These kids love you with their whole heart. They may not show it sometimes with their ungratefulness sometimes and their sense of entitlement, but they love you. Yeah. Show yourself grace. We all deserve grace. I think that the lesson I'm taking from this conversation today is grace. I deserve some grace. You deserve some grace. I'm talking to you. You deserve some grace. So I give it freely to everyone else. Hey, I'm giving grace. Because nobody said this was going to be an easy journey. Nobody said that this was going to be... Okay? Nobody said that. So we going to give each other grace. Keep all night. This is a open space. This is a open forum. This is a community of love. We're all here to help each other out, because nobody said it was going to be easy. Nobody said it was going to be this hard either. I mean, because come on. All right, y'all. Today's conversation is coming to an end. I got about 3 minutes left. I'm about to wrap it up. So I must say I have enjoyed having my first our first episode of Motherhood is Messy. And I feel like I'm doing my best. I'm going to continue to do my best. Today's conversation was not about making excuses. It was about being honest about where we are right now in our journey called motherhood. That's exactly what this was about. There are things I know I still need to work on. Of course, there are responsibilities that still need my attention. There are goals I want to reach, because I'm going to reach them. I'm going to reach them one step at a time. Okay? I know that growth requires consistency and discipline, and I promise you, each and every Monday at 2:00, you all are gonna get a new episode of Motherhood is Messy, and we're gonna do a deep dive. We're gonna have conversations. I want you all to tell a friend to subscribe and like and share and comment, and let's engage with one another. Let's uplift each other. Remember, tearing yourself down is not the same as holding yourself accountable. Two different outlets, okay? Two different. I acknowledge where I need to improve without pretending that I already, how can I put that? I can acknowledge where I need to improve without pretending that everything I am already doing means nothing. Because I've done a lot, and it means everything. My best may look different from one day to the next. Other days, my best look like I'm just getting out of bed or going to work, feeding the kids, handling the most urgent responsibilities, and then putting everybody else to the side for tomorrow, okay? I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still tired sometimes, but I'm doing my best, and I'm learning that my best does not have to look perfect to be meaningful. Okay? Before we close, what is one thing you are giving yourself grace for this week? Give yourself grace. Thank you for spending this time with me and being part of the first Motherhood is Messy Monday episode. This series is going to be about the honest conversations, real motherhood, the raw, the uncut, the mental load, the relationships, the situationships or lack thereof, healing, growth, and all the things we sometimes feel but do not always say out loud. And I'm going to say the hard stuff out loud. So, hey, this is what it's going to be. But they say either get right or get left. But I don't want to leave anybody behind. So come with me on this journey. And let's just explore. Subscribe so you can join us every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And send this live to a mother who needs to be reminded that she is not failing simply because she's tired. Okay? You're not failing, Mom. You're not. But until next Monday, remember, motherhood does not have to be perfect to be meaningful. It can be messy and still be beautiful at the same time. Remember that. Okay, so next Monday, we're talking about everybody needs mom. But who does mom need? We're going to discuss support, asking for help, loneliness, and what happens when the person everyone depends on needs someone to depend on too. Because who's your go-to? Do you have a go-to? Until then.